Okay, so now we're going to talk about isometric drawings. Drawing isometrically will also take practice, but there are some basics to remember. We need to use construction lines to frame out the workspace. We need to use construction lines to project details on surfaces, and we need to use accurate measurements on all surfaces. So again, we're just going to use construction lines to map out our workspace, and then we're going to use them to help us project details. Our first step is to establish a point of origin. And here we have an easy point. I'm going to start here again at the very end right here, and I'm going to find a space on my graph paper and start there. We're going to frame out the workspace with construction lines, total height, width, and depth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my total height, width, and depth. So I see that I have 4 squares right here. 4 squares depth and 5 squares height. So I'm going to go ahead and count those out. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. And if you can just, you're going to have to kind of project your eyes to look to see the square. So the width is going to be 4, the depth is going to be 4, and the height is going to be 5. I'm going to make my construction lines from that. You can look and see those light lines. Those are my construction lines. And then I'm going to add my points of interest to the most descriptive view. The most descriptive view on this is going to be the front surface, but again, you can pick whichever looks, the easiest, or however you want to start it out. If there's a certain way or view or something that you see would work better for you, then go right ahead. And I see that 2 inches in to this, or 2 squares in, I have a step. So I go 1, 2, and I put my little dot here. I'm going to make, I'm going to see here how tall this is. So I see that this step right here is 2. So I'm going to go up 2. And I'm also going to make a little line right here, and then I'm going to do my construction lines for that. And I just go 1, roll down, I go down this way, and then across. So project those points of interest using the construction lines, and then add additional points of interest can now be identified. So if you had anything else on there, like maybe a little circle, you could use construction lines to project that. Can also make sure that you do this on the back, and then you darken in those lines of that points of interest, or you darken in the lines of this shape. And that's it. Isometric drawing is a lot easier than orthographic.